The Bitcoin Bitfinex longs are decreasing, and this is a massive alert and warning towards all Bitcoin holders. We are seeing a perfect money rotation on the USDT dominance, and the next move will be very, very big for Bitcoin. We have been perfectly predicting the market here over the 24 hours, and this is the next trade I am taking over on Bitcoin. We will dive into that and way more in today's video, but first of all, I would really appreciate you guys to follow me over on X. And of course, I would really appreciate you guys to subscribe over on my YouTube channel, like this daily update video if you love those updates, and let's dive right away into the charts for now, because this is a really exciting development in the market. It looks very bearish that the Bitfinex longs are going down, but this is exactly what we want to see for Bitcoin to go up. Look at the history. What we can see is in February 2024, the Bitfinex longs chart hit a new high, and that is really good. But that is not the exact moment that the expansion started. That was pure accumulation, and when the real expansion starts towards the upside, that is when the Bitfinex longs chart is going down, like we have seen right over here. We said that high Bitfinex longs were going down, and that was the exact moment Bitcoin pumped towards the upside, 60% here. Right here in October 2024, again we set in a high, the Bitfinex longs chart went towards the downside, and that was the exact moment the real move was started here on Bitcoin for a 60% gain. Also here in April 2025, of course, the Bitcoin Bitfinex longs were increasing, and that was a really good signal. But that was not a real ignite moment for the next leg for Bitcoin. But when the Bitcoin Bitfinex long chart was going down, that was the exact moment for Bitcoin to pump towards the upside, approximately 57% again. And this is a really important signal, and right now we are seeing the exact same signal happening over on Bitcoin. This is the real moment when the Bitcoin Bitfinex longs chart drop. That is the real moment Bitcoin start to push towards the upside. That is exactly what we have seen 3 times in a row here, and that is exactly what we will see right now. This means that the whales are done accumulating their Bitcoin, and they will go out of their positions when Bitcoin pump towards the upside. This is a massive signal for all the Bitcoin holders, because this will ignite a major move on Bitcoin towards the upside. Also, if you look at the USDT dominance, a really important chart for the people who don't know what the USDT dominance is. It is the dominance of stablecoins in the crypto market. So what we can see is we see percentage here on the right. That means the percentage of the USDT supply in the whole crypto market. And of course, this chart, it is really important to know that you want to see this chart going down here, because that means that all the money is flowing in crypto, in Bitcoin. We all know if money flows into an asset, it will pump towards the upside. That is just basic market things you need to know. And this chart indicates us that every single time we tap this resistance on the top side, that was the exact moment holders from the USDT want to flip their holdings, their USDT holdings, their stablecoins holdings, back in crypto, back in Bitcoin, and the USDT dominance went down afterwards. That means that every single time if you bought crypto at the top of this range, you would make a lot of money here. And right now the same signal is here once again. And I'm not fading this signal because this has a really good hit rate. Right now we see a rotation happening on the top here, and we can see a lower side of this range anytime soon here. on the USDT dominance. This will cause a major money flow back in Bitcoin, back in crypto, and this is massive. Also, if you look at this other chart, we can see that the money rotation has already started because people were moving their money back into crypto, back into Bitcoin. And this is massive. With this chart and this chart looking at the pure money supply, pure money circulation in crypto, this is a major moment and a massive moment to scale in your Bitcoin and your crypto once again. Then if you look at the lower time frame, we've been predicting the market pretty well, because what I said is we are running into a massive resistance zone, and this is really important to break towards the upside. But on the other side, if we can break it towards the upside, we will probably see another leg down for Bitcoin towards those levels. We have seen a rejection here, pretty nice, and right now we dumped perfectly into our first buy zone and first trade zone from the top, approximately 3.5% down. This is a really interesting moment. If we see a market shift towards the upside, we can look for trades towards the upside. If we don't see any structure shifts towards the upside, I am waiting, because it is possible to see another leg towards the downside. But one thing is for sure here, that if we buy our Bitcoin at those lines, that are really good buy opportunities for Bitcoin. Of course, we are rejecting this high, this rejection zone. That is not a really good signal. But if we look at what we did here, we broke out of a really important range for Bitcoin. All those zones, all those levels are very important to scale into your Bitcoin, to not miss the next leg towards the upside. Because probably a average price, if we drop further towards the downside, is really good. And people were screaming to buy Bitcoin right at resistance, and that was the exact moment I say, please wake up and don't buy at resistance, but wait for a little pullback. And that is exactly what we are seeing right now. If we look for a trade, you want to look for a market structure shift towards the upside. If you are buying spot, you want to have a good average price. You don't need to catch the bottom with either the trade and with your spot holdings. So if you want to buy your spot, just set all your orders on these levels and get a good average price. Don't scale into the market 100%, or don't predict the bottom here, because either you will buy all of your holdings at such a high price like this, or you will miss out on the next move because you were predicting the exact bottom and didn't get your entry. So for that, please double down and scale into your crypto positions if you hold spot, and just look at the price action to open up trades. And one nice thing, if you want to catch all those setups, I am sharing them completely free over on my X page and in my free Telegram group. And you can join my free Telegram group with the first link in the description. If you want to never miss a setup in crypto once again, I would really recommend you to join that group and follow me over on X. And of course, I'm discussing every single setup here live over on my YouTube channel. So I would really appreciate you guys to subscribe over on my YouTube channel to never miss a setup in crypto ever again. And if you want to trade on the best crypto exchange out there, please also make sure to sign up on WeX through the second link in the description. We will give all the calls and the setups. The only thing you need to do is trade over on WeX, and we will have a very good collaboration with each other. Then, if we look at some on-chain data, pretty important, we can see that we are seeing something which is pretty rare. We can see that Bitcoin whales just made their biggest move in over 10 years, and this is really important. We dumped, and that was the exact moment all the whales woke up and made a very big decision in the market. And this is usually a pretty important bottom signal, because this means that whales and sharks are accumulating Bitcoin, and this is just massive for Bitcoin. If you look at the history, that was either a moment where they pushed the price towards the upside, or in moments of fear like this and like this, they set the bottom, and after that the Bitcoin price exploded towards the upside. So this is really important to pay attention to, because big players and big entities are scaling back into Bitcoin again, and that is a really important sign, and you want to be doing exactly what they are doing, because they are the big market makers of this market. Ending with that, I would really appreciate you guys to follow me over on X and subscribe over on my YouTube channel, and I will see you tomorrow by a brand new Crypto Daily Update video.